Welcome back to Gloved Up, the #1 YouTube boxing exclusive show, the #1 podcast centered entirely on YouTube boxing. Listen, everybody, welcome back to today's show. Thank you for liking, viewing, and subscribing. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like, comment, do what you need to do. We're also trying to get this on other platforms too, as well as some other things coming in the future. So, what's going on, everybody? It's good to see everybody. Everybody ran up the last podcast pretty well. I think everybody gave a lot of support on the last podcast. Thank you to everybody out there who's listening. It is really exciting that we got the ball rolling on this entire show and everything. And I think it's exciting that we're starting this brand new venture. But since the last episode, like literally the day after, like the same day I posted the episode, Deji versus Alex Wassabi got confirmed. Then the next day, Temperr versus King Kenny got confirmed, and apparently there's a whole card release. These motherfuckers are fighting in 12-ounce gloves. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about, people. So why don't we just sit down, talk about the YouTube boxing news, starting off with Deji versus Alex Wassabi again. We're running it back. The rematch from the last episode. I wanted to do a concrete kind of evaluation of my thoughts on who's going to win this fight, in my personal opinion. So I have said multiple times to people in private and people out there on the internet that Deji has serious boxing ability, okay? He was serving up Jake pretty well, but Jake took it more seriously than him in that fight. Let's be completely honest. Even though that Jake Paul was a clown in 2018, he took that fight very seriously to the point where he made Deji look bad. Now, Deji looked bad physically, but we saw some boxing potential in Deji, right? So then we expect him to come in fucking shredded the next time, and he doesn't. He comes in, knock off Mike Tyson, gets knocked out by a TikToker, goes and cries for a couple months, and now is fucking shredded. He is now shredded. The I Saw Deji challenge, those of us who saw him in public are now seeing him in the flesh. Deji versus Alex Wassabi. Deji's looking really good, people. Deji is looking sharp. He's also looking very confident, rolling out in a tank. There's a lot of symbolism there. And Alex Wassabi is also extremely confident as well. So whoever loses is definitely going to bite the dust and get memed hard. Probably not as bad as Tyron Woodley, because let's be honest, is anyone ever going to get memed as bad as Tyron Woodley? I mean, Tyron Woodley was a 5-time UFC champion. 3 years later, gets knocked out by a YouTuber. Like, Jake Paul is still a YouTuber. That's still always going to be his label. He's never going to be able to ditch it. He's never going to be able to ditch the Disney kid. Just like Deji is never going to be able to live down this boxing career if he never gets a win. If he doesn't get a win this time, and he loses to Alex Wassabi, he should quit. He should go back to doing video games and doing commentaries, because the thing is that Deji is a really funny person, so he doesn't need to box, but clearly he wants to, and he wants to prove to everybody that he could do it. So do I think that Deji could do it? Do I think he wins this fight? I do. Because I saw boxing potential in his last couple of fights, okay? Deji has boxing potential, and now that we've seen that he's putting in the work, he looks way better than he did in June. 6 months of training could do a lot to a man. He did the reconciliation with his brother. He fought his demons off. He realized what he needed to change about himself, and now he's back. And Alex Wassabi is the same. He's always been a cocky motherfucker. He always thinks he can beat everybody. Hits pads. Doesn't really look that great on pads. Honestly, if I see some better footage of Alex Wassabi, I'm going to give him some credit. But to be honest with you, that little trailer he did, like, I'm coming for people, I don't really think that made the best representation of his boxing skill, because he looked bad. He looked better fighting fucking FouseyTube than he did in that footage, okay? People need to just start hitting the bag instead of posting pad footage, okay? So I feel like Deji wins against Alex Wassabi. That's my early prediction. I'm really excited for this fight. Main event, 12-ounce gloves. Let's talk about that. The Showstars have came out with a post regarding there's going to be an undercard. There's going to be like 6 more fights or 4 more fights on the main card. So it's going to be like a legit boxing card. Now, there was like a leaked one a while ago with Landon McBroom and Taylor Holder, which they're both Americans, so this US versus UK thing wouldn't work because they're trying to go with US versus UK, like a UK guy versus a US guy. So they released this thing. They say that there's a mystery card. There's going to be an exciting undercard, and they're fighting in 12-ounce gloves, which is a first for a core YouTuber fight. All core YouTuber cards have been fought in 16-ounce gloves. So it's interesting that we're finally going to see some legit fights. 12-ounce gloves is going to do some damage to these YouTubers. Now, everybody has probably been training in 16-ounce gloves. That's kind of the normal thing that you do in training camp. You fight in 16s. If you're a pro, you're fighting in 10-ounce. That is 2 ounces higher than a 10-ounce glove. It's not going to make that much of a difference to, say, a 14-ounce glove. 12 to 14, I feel like, is a bigger jump than 10 to 12. It's a good mix between 10 and 14. 16-ounce gloves are like pillows if you fought in 14 or even 12-ounce gloves. So it's going to make a huge difference. The weight of the gloves in training, we're going to see a lot more speed with the punches, okay? Because they've been probably training in 16-ounce gloves. So when you go from 16 to 12, they're going to blast off like a rocket ship. So I'm not going to really theorize on when the Showstar card is going to announce more fights. I want to see Joe Weller. I want to see Slim, Adam Salad, the Mario and Luigi of YouTube. I want to see them on this card. I feel like it is a great idea to get them on this card. There's a lot of YouTubers who want to be on this card. Maybe some people that I don't really know. I don't really care who fights. Just get someone who can fight. Don't get someone who has been training for 2 weeks and then throw them in there like Dakota Olave, or because that kid definitely trained for a week. He didn't train like for a month like he said he did. Neither did Evil Hero. Half these YouTubers probably didn't train for as long as they say they do. Like Gib, he trained for as long as he said he did. Deji definitely didn't. We saw it. So we need to see these YouTubers get more dedicated to training. And with this 12-ounce glove incentive, people, I don't really feel like people understand how big of a jump this is. It's a huge jump. It's going to make the fights way shorter, I feel. I feel like we're actually going to see some knockouts. It's really hard, if you haven't been boxing for a long time, to knock a motherfucker out in 16-ounce gloves. I scrapped in my backyard, Pat vs. Piggy, Battle of the Brothers, 14-ounce gloves. And I only dropped the motherfucker because he was a lazy bum. So it's really hard to drop someone. It's not easy. I probably shouldn't even have dropped that guy in my backyard. That was a fluke. I probably don't have knockout power. Some of all you don't have knockout power. But some of y'all motherfuckers, if you showed up to my house, would probably crack me in the fucking jaw. I'd be seeing stars, waking up at St. Vincent's Hospital in Worcester with a cracked fucking skull and a cracked fucking jaw. So I'm just saying. Now, next up, Temperr versus King Kenny. Now, this fight was already 100% confirmed, people. 100% confirmed. However, there is something there that a lot of people are not seeing. And that is that this fight is going to be more competitive than people say it is. I know in my last video I was saying that Kenny didn't look that great. But after watching some more footage of more recent stuff, Temperr is going to have to get in a gym soon. And apparently he's being trained by Faze Sensei, which I think is a great idea. Those guys have a great bond. Faze Sensei and Faze Temperr, I don't really think you understand. People go way back to the original Faze house. Faze Sensei's brother, Faze Cheo, cooked in the original Faze house and in the second LA Faze house. Can you tell I'm a Faze fanboy now? So, Faze Sensei and Faze Temperr have been playing Call of Duty together for a long time. Temperr showed up to Faze Sensei's first MMA fight. So these guys go way back. There's going to be great synergy there. I feel like the Beta Squad are going to hype up Kenny a little too much. I feel like Beta Squad in the background needs to be like, yo, Kenny, you better be in fucking training. Don't slack. You need to be as ready as fucking possible. Train 8 hours a day. You need to be over fucking prepared. You want to be over prepared. You don't want to be just prepared. You want to be over prepared. You are going in front of thousands of people. And you are going to get memed. This isn't a boxing fight where really people understand the sport of boxing. You got fucking teenagers, kids, fucking adults, people who are making fun of it, everybody. People taking it seriously, people who are not taking it seriously. Either side, you're going to get memed if you lose. If you lose in a bad way, like if you go to a decision, they'll be like, oh, there was no knockout. But if you get knocked the fuck out, like put to fucking sleep, good fucking luck waking up the next morning and not crying by some of the responses that you see. People are ruthless. And some people just can't handle it. I've been on the internet for too long, so I've been desensitized to some shit. And also people have made fun of me for years for all the shit that I've had going on in my life and everything. So I really don't give a fuck what anybody says to me on the internet. But some of these people on the internet have never been... A lot of YouTubers out there, not saying everybody, like I just said, have never been, like, bullied to the degree that I've been bullied. I haven't been bullied to the degree that some other people have been bullied, but I've been bullied verbally pretty bad. And the things that people say to me online aren't going to bother me. But the thing is that if you go into a YouTube fight and you fight in front of thousands of people, you not only lose then, you lose for months to come. So it's not just right there you lose. You lose until you win again. And that's exactly, core example, Deji. Deji has not caught a dub. Everybody still makes fun of him. Oh, go to the race. I can't wait to stop by your gym. I pick up a Big Mac on the way back. Fucking, what was it called? Oh, Deji. Pop goes the weasel. Are you popping bags? Are you popping Popeyes or some shit like that? Like, lame insults. But then you also have just motherfuckers who are calling you a fat loser. So I've seen it, people. They are ruthless. If you lose in a bad manner, you're fucked. So you need to be ready. So Faze Temperr, Faze Kenny, no, King Kenny, Beta Squad, Faze, y'all need to be ready. Because the thing is that Beta Squad has a great, unity to their group. But Faze has, like, a brotherhood to their group. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long Beta Squad has been around, but Faze has been around since, like, 2009, 2010, maybe even before that. Like, all these guys kind of grew up together, so I feel like they're leading Temperr in the right direction. I feel like Temperr really has been in a gym, and if he has been in a gym, and if Kenny has been in a gym, this is going to be a pretty close fucking fight. Like, I'm rooting for Faze, but I'm also, if Kenny wins, I'm not going to be mad, because if Kenny put it in the work, he's being fucking serious. He's talking the trash. I like what he's doing. I like how he's fucking talking shit, how he's fucking in there. He's just like, yeah, fuck you, Temperr, I don't know who you are. How can you be the CEO of Faze, and I don't know who the fuck you are? Like, that shit's hilarious. That's gonna get a motherfucker going. Now, I feel like the trash talk is either gonna get to Temperr, or he's just going to ignore it. Because I feel like if you've been on Xbox Modern Warfare 2 back in the day, you could deal with someone talking trash to your face, okay? You got fucking 12-year-old kids saying horrible shit about your mom, telling them that you're going to come to your house with a fucking chopper gunner and gun your house down. Like, that was the kind of shit that people were saying back in the day on Xbox Live. So Kenny going up to his face being like, yo, I'm going to knock you the fuck out. It's threatening. It's scary if a guy in your fucking face that you're about to fight is saying, yo, I'm about to knock you the fuck out. Some people don't know how to handle that. Some people just don't come back and like, oh yeah, motherfucker, I'd like to see you try. No one does that. Not everybody does that. So I feel like Faze Temperr, he's going to have that cool, calm persona, and Faze Kenny, and not Faze Kenny, King Kenny, I'm going to mess that up all the fucking time. King Kenny is going to come into the press conferences being like, Faze Temperr, you're a fucking nobody. Beta Squad all fucking day, baby, UK. Fuck you, bitch. You're a loser. Nobody knows who you are. I'm going to knock you the fuck out. You're getting knocked spark out. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a UFC fighter. I'm not a fucking retired UFC fighter. I'm knocking you spark out. Like Tommy Fury said. Tommy Fury. Timmy Fury. Will Fury. Like the great Chael Sonnen said. Like the great Chael Sonnen said. Will Fury didn't catch his bag. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop singing. That was a little bit of cringe. But, guys. Stick around. So hit that subscribe button. Hit it. Faze Kay is probably getting in the ring on Happy Punch, some motherfucker is making Frasier, also known as Faze Kay, shorts. Now, these shorts, they're the traditional boxing shorts. If you guys know what Austin McBroom wore, he wore the same kind of shorts. They're like the same ones, but the red, and they say Frasier on them. If you're watching the video version of this podcast, you'll know what I'm saying. So, what does this mean? Everybody's asking in the comments, what does this mean? Faze Kay is getting in the ring. He needs redemption. He needs to get his bag back from Save the Kids. What if Faze Kay got in the ring with Sam Pepper? Wait, hold on a second. Both of them worked on Save the Kids. And apparently they're both saying they screwed each other over. One person is saying that they're like the Mad Hatter of the situation. The top dog, CoffeeZilla, Mudahar. You guys remember that whole situation with Faze Kay. Now, it's possible that Jarvis could be getting on this card. There's so many people that have been getting on Showstars. But Faze Kay, I feel like if the motherfucker is getting red boxing shorts, there's a good potential chance he's going to be on this event. So we'll see. We'll see. There's not really that much to talk about today. You know, I wanted to do a whole rundown of the Showstars card. And I'm going to do a whole nother episode about my predictions. But I wanted to keep it straight. Talk about what's going on. Now, what do I think is going to happen in the next week with the YouTube boxing stuff? I feel like we're going to see another announcement for Joe Weller. Joe Weller is going to fight someone. Faze Kay is going to fight someone. Not Faze Kay. Not Faze Kay. Not Faze Kay. Just Kay. We're just going to call him Faze Kay for today. Faze Kay. So, KKK, Kit Kat Bar, do you want to kiss Special K? I don't fucking know. So listen. Okay? Faze Kay, Joe Weller, the other guy. There's some other guys that want to get on the card. I don't know their name. Forgive me. They're way more famous than me. Don't think I'm throwing shade. I only throw shade at Mike Malak and the guy from Raymore and Flanagan. I haven't made that many enemies on the internet yet. So, let me ask you this question. Who do you think is going to get announced for tomorrow's card? Not tomorrow's card. The future card. Who do you think is going to get announced? Joe Weller, Faze Kay. Tell me in the comments, guys. That is our episode for today. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because you know that this podcast is coming back daily. We're going to keep posting clips. We're going to keep posting the Mike Malak stuff. We're going to keep posting brand new stuff coming to the channel. Guys, this is a bit of a shorter episode, but listen. I love you all. This has been Gloved Up, the #1 YouTube boxing exclusive show with your host, Patrick McGough. More changes to come. More in the background to come. More guests to come. I'm not going to be doing this alone forever. So stay fucking tuned. Shout out to all my homies out there in the influencer boxing chat. Shout out to Fight Lounge and many other news sources, mainly Fight Lounge, because that is where I get all my fight information from, as well as Happy Punch promo. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that like, and leave a comment as to what topics you want to see in the next Gloved Up. This has been your boy, signing off. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Glove the fuck up, baby.